Like within this video, I'll tell you everything you need to know about the trade routes in Sea of Thieves. Stay tuned.
In a very serious...
Yeah. Season 2 introduced a few things to the game, one of them being trade routes. This is a perk of being part of the Merchant Alliance Emissary. The basic rundown of trade routes is buying crates from one outpost to sell at a different outpost for a higher price. What that price is depends on whether or not that outpost is in need of that particular commodity. If they are, you will get a higher price when you sell them. If they aren't, you will still make a little bit of profit, it's just significantly less. Generally speaking, an emissary is just a way of earning extra gold, at the risk of having your location marked on the map and putting a target on your ship, because if you sink, your flag can be sold for gold and reputation by anyone to the Reaper's hideout. Not to mention, the loot you have on board is desirable to greedy and or bloodthirsty pirates. To qualify for emissaries, you need to have leveled up at least 3 times with that particular trading company and bought the once-off license. With that quick explanation for emissaries out of the way, let's get back to trade routes. If you want to take part in trade routes, you need to sign up for the Merchant Alliance Emissary. This is done by throwing your dagger at the emissary table. The majority of your crew have to follow suit, 2 for sloop, 2 for brig, 3 for galleon, assuming you have a full crew, just like when you're voting on a mission at the captain's table. Once you've all voted to become a Merchant Alliance Emissary, it will unlock being able to buy commodities from the Merchant Alliance NPC. Commodities are a new set of 7 crates that have been added to the game specifically for trade routes. They are basic crates similar in look to the existing in-game fruit crate. You don't have to collect anything to put in them, simply take them from the NPC and ferry them to your ship. It's recommended that you place them in piles of the same item, Sesame Street style, to make turning them in easier and avoiding your stone crates getting mixed up with your gemstones and so forth. The cost of these commodities will remain the same across the entire Sea of Thieves and will not change. Each Merchant Alliance NPC will have a new Merchant Manifest book located to the left. This manifest shows what each merchant is after and what they have in surplus. So you use this to know what you need to sell and where you can buy things. What each NPC is after and their own personal stock is reset every real-time week. It is a global setting that is not server dependent, meaning it will remain the same throughout the week regardless of where you are logging in from. The Merchant Alliance stock is limited to what they have available at the time and will be restocked every 3 in-game days, each day being 24 minutes. However, there's one small caveat to that. 3 days doesn't necessarily mean every 27 minutes it'll reset. The day is reset when the sun comes up, so the stock will be reset once 3 sunrises have occurred, regardless of what time the items were purchased. Once you've bought the items, the NPC will have a new option to collect the crate from them, at which point you can ferry that crate back to your boat to store it. The sell price of these items increases with your Merchant Alliance Emissary level, increasing your overall profit. This is particularly evident when you sell an item that is needed at an outpost, meaning that you'll get top dollar for it when you sell it. When an item is sold to an NPC who is looking for that particular item, the value is increased by approximately double, plus or minus 5%. When you include emissary bonus on top of that, you are making a handful of gold at a time. So for example, you're wanting to focus on trade routes for your game session. Raise your Merchant Alliance emissary flag and buy all of the items available at your current outpost, Golden Sands. At Golden Sands, they are wanting stones but have excess tea. Buy all of the items available from that NPC and sail on to Sanctuary Outpost as it's the closest. At Sanctuary Outpost, they want silks. Sell all of your silks to the Merchant Alliance NPC and buy out all of their stock again, and then move on to the next outpost. Basically, you're finding out what the outpost wants and then selling it to them from your ship's stock. and then buying out all of the NPC's inventory to build your own stock back up before moving on to the next closest outpost in either a clockwise or anti-clockwise direction. At each outpost you visit, sell the item that they are seeking for maximum profit, clear out the NPC's inventory, and then move on to the next. As a bonus for selling items to merchants who are seeking that particular commodity, you also get points towards your season renowned level. This may change in future seasons, however for season 2 this is accurate. You can't sell them back to the same merchant you bought them from, so you'll have to travel to a different outpost if you want to cash in. You can, however, sell everything to the Reapers for a small profit on the buy price. Trade routes are something that can be done alongside existing missions and or tall tales, as you don't have to put down a mission in order to take part in them. When you want to finish up, sell all the remaining items, you can to an outpost and then lower your emissary flag by voting on the table the same way you previously did for an additional gold reward. However, that's all for this video. Give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed the Aussie accent. Subscribe to the channel for more content like this. Hope you're having a lovely day. Till next time.